got that fuel filler neck off. I'm gonna use this zip tie here to see how much fuel we have. Untreated fuel for 5 years, so it's gotta be drained. It's gotta be close. Holy hell. Look at that, boys, girls. We got a half tank. Actually, it doesn't smell as bad as I thought, but needs fresh fuel on it. Gas, that's for sure. So we're gonna siphon this out and keep going. Let's try to not get a mouthful here. Oh, this coil is inconvenient, isn't it? How you doing there, boys? Nice. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought. Thought she was gonna be nice and dehydrated piss color, but it's actually like you drank a 6-pack and you're pissing color, so that's pretty good. All right, well, I gotta get a new filler. I call it the filler neck. Well, it is. It's a filler neck, but the rubber hose, it looks like it's got the mold that like the sausages, the prosciuttos, and the salamis and stuff have. It's so old, it's got like mold growing on it, or probably salt. It's just like stiff as heck. So I gotta get a new one of those, which is custom because of the body lift. It lifts everything up 3 inches higher than stock. So I just gotta take this off, bring it to the auto parts store, and find a pipe, find a hose that's got a 90 like that, and then cut it to fit. Just make sure it's the right diameter. Go. Can't even bend it. Done. As you guys can tell, I'm tackling the fuel. So that's why I drained the fuel. Now going from the fuel pump up to the carburetor inlet. Used to be a steel line. I know most of them are. I think I would assume from factory they're steel. And this truck had a 3/8 line rubber that ran to it, and then I had a cheaper plastic inline fuel filter here. One of the days, it's kind of a hard 90 here where it turns up to go into the carburetor. Well, one of the days the rubber part popped off, fuel filter kind of shot up. Well, the fuel pump's still pumping fuel, it's pumping fuel all over the place, all over the engine. Thank God it didn't start a fire. So that day, I ripped that stupid fuel filter off, took this line because it's what I had in my toolbox, which is 5/16, which is too small, and it just barely, I jammed it on the 3/8, well, what should be a 3/8 line, which really should be steel all the way up, but I want to replace it with 3/8 line, a new, fresh rubber hose. Nice stiff line there, buddy. I know some people think I'm nuts for cleaning this hose clamp up and reusing it. Ah, throw that thing away, get a new one, you know. Well, I found that when you find the old hose clamps, that one there, it says USA on it. I know Ideal is another good brand of hose clamps. I have had some horrible quality hose clamps. When you find one that's good, no sense in throwing it away. It's probably at least $1. You know, it's a small one, but clean the thing up. Works good. It's stainless. Give it a little lube and keep her going. One thing having a lifted truck, you gotta all but get in there, especially with the body lift. Come on, Betsy. Come on. On my tippy toes on my milk crate. Get in there. Goddamn Buford, get your ass. I needed to get a double milk crate. Goddamn. Well, now we're gonna get cattywampus because we got 2 milk crates. Oh boy. Come on. Here we go. Get her over the old nipple. Another tip. When you can with hose clamps, it's best to use a socket or a nut driver instead of a flathead screwdriver. Just gives you better torque. I know this is simple for a lot of people that are just like, yeah, obviously, you know, but there's some people that are beginners that are just learning how to start out. I was there once. Now you can over torque it with these socket wrenches too, so you just want to snug it. If it leaks, you can always tighten it more. Now I'm gonna get some wrenches and loosen this line. This is kind of dumb how I have it, but I'm gonna loosen this line up, tilt it more of at a 90, and then that'll avoid the heater hose clamp. Oh yeah, the 1-incher. Hot dog. Ooh, there she is. That's how you do it right there, boys. Let's check the filter. Oh, gee, come on, come on. What the hell are you doing over here? Hold that goddamn nut. Jeez, criminy sake. What the hell is this? First time you ever do this shit? This is a Quadrajet carburetor. This is the inlet for the fuel. When you unscrew this like this, the fuel filter is in line inside of it. It's a paper filter. What the heck? She was stuck right in there. The paper cartridge goes in there like so. Okay? Back in. Spring goes first. I'm gonna probably take this carburetor off the rebuilder anyway, boys. Cause that's what I tell you. It's the way she goes sometimes. Like pull out, like get your wrench out, and you give her just a snug. We're not over here, you know, world's strongest man in it, shiznat. I can give this the old crank poozle. Now, like I said, just a toot. Don't be over here like you're a macho man. Whoa, the double milk crate almost kicked. Cut that thing right there. Goddamn son of a bitches. Oh, yeah. Oh! Always put your hose clamp on prior to installation of the hose. This will ensure you not forgetting and having to open the hose clamp all the way. Now what the heck? I bet you this hose clamp's junk. Oh, ain't it? The goddamn junk hose clamp. Now, who just got done talking about that junk? Oh, man. Rip her off there. God damn. See? straight junk.
Do you want to get
She's clamping down like a beast.